I would like to present a session about designations. I do hope that we in the end can have a few questions. I do hope that this session also will create some questions. But why talk about designations? Because this webinar is the title is 5 Steps to Stay Ahead of Your Microsoft Designations. And the reason why we're doing this webinar is actually to talk about why it's important. In the old days, we were all talking about competencies. We were talking about to earn a gold or silver competency, but now it's all about designations. We will go through how Readynez can support you, how we can help you and guide you. And also try to open up your eyes, because if you have a designation, it actually gives you some opportunities with Microsoft. You will get access to incentives. We will touch that area later. It will also be, if you have a plan to look into a specialization, it will also be required you have earned a designation before. I'll try to share my screen right now. Cool. Here a little information about me. I think my background is that I am, honestly, I think I've been through over 200 reviews in different partner centers, helping and supporting partners. Try to look into their numbers and try to guide them, and especially related to the skilling part. Yeah, and of course, I'm a business development director at Readynez. I've been here for 9 years now, and I'm located in Denmark. But I do think that we are everywhere, to be honest, because we are connected with, I think we're in over 15 different countries right now with partners and customers. So it's very exciting. And you can, what I do most is actually to help and create learning path and create learning solutions to partners, to end customers, guide them, tell them what to be aware of, and why should you do that and why should you prioritize that. And then we try to actually also to go in and be very specific in the partner center, how you can maximize your opportunities. So in general, my Readynez, we're a learning partner. You probably all know us, but we are huge on the Microsoft area. We cover probably all the scenarios related to training around Microsoft. So reach out, and if you have any question later on, or if you want, please use my email or call me on Teams, and we can try to set up a session where we can help you specific. But today's agenda is how to run a quick and accurate designation gap analyst. We also want to try to map the certification into some role-based learning plan. I used to say, instead of talking about co-op, I used to say co-op as a payment, because it's interesting how you can actually use your co-op as a payment for training. And then we will dive into why we are so eager to stick to instructor-led training compared with pre-recorded videos. And then I will touch the area about our subscription model with the unlimited Microsoft training and why we think it's the perfect match. Yeah. How to run a quick and accurate designation gap analysis. It's all start, book a review and assessment with us, where we go through your partner center. Open up your partner center, and we will look into the numbers. It's very important when we open up these partner center. It's actually to serve you and guide you to know how to take the next step. It's important that you feel comfortable after these assessment, that either you reach out to Microsoft, or you know what to do, or you call your distributor, say, we need to do something in that area. It could be in the performance area, it could be in the customer success area, or it could be looking to earn more certification through training with us. We also try to help you so you are comfortable. Say that there are some requirements, there are some recommends that you do, but we simply create a plan for you so you're confident after every session. And with that, it's very important that you can trust your numbers in all the categories, and I will show you an example later on with that, with the insight area, with the skilling eligibility in the partner center. Yeah. When we talk about to be compliant for designation, there are some important things to notice. You have 3 areas in every designation where you're able to earn points. It's the performance area, it's the skilling area, it's the customer success area. And before you can say you have earned a designation, you need to have a minimum of 70 points. And you need to have at least 1 point in every category. And we recommend, of course, that you have a maximum in your skilling category, but you don't need to have that, because if you have some great numbers in performance, it might be that you only need to have 50% of the skilling points, and then you're above the 70 points. But the good thing with the skilling points, you can actually trust them, because the skilling points will only change if a person leave your organization. Because if one of the colleagues have let's say an AZ 104 and 305, if they're doing a business around Azure, then you will lose those points. Again, another way that you can lose points in skilling is if you don't renew your certification. But we will also guide you and make you aware how you look into when renewal dates are upcoming. But when we speak about designation, it's the 3 categories: performance, skilling, customer success, and you need to have over 70 points. In October, Microsoft also announced that you can actually, with 25 points, you could also be eligible for incentives if you earn 25 points. But I don't want to go into all the details around that, but that's also an option, and we can cover that if you want to have a one-to-one session. Next, you might be aware of it, but we have 6 different designations. It's the digital and app innovation, it's the data and AI, and it's the infrastructure. They are all connected to Azure. Then we have the security, and we have the business application, and we have the modern work. I just go one back. So all the performance criteria are different when we look into the different designation and also the skilling. So it's not that you have an opportunity with 40 points for skilling in all designations. It's different. It's individual. Here, I've taken a screenshot from our own partner center. It doesn't look that great, but we are not counted on those solution partner designations. We have our own learning training designation, and we are compliant, by the way. But here you can see the overview. So in every category or every designation, you have an opportunity to earn 100 points. But it's very important we look into the details for each of every category, because sometimes it could be that you are a modern work focused company partner, but you have some great numbers in Azure because you have some Azure consumption, and it only needs to have a few certification or some improvement in the customer success area, and then it could easily be a chance for you to look into also to earn one of the Azure designations. So we always open up all the different details around every designations, simply to give you the holistic overview and where there are some shortcuts to earn incentive and get access to benefits in general. I briefly touched in the intro that one of the key things, by the way, I know it's very blurry, but one of the key thing about these reviews is actually that you have a feeling that you can trust the numbers. So this is an example where we open up the insight. And the insight shows, especially from my side, some interesting info about the skilling eligibility, because here you have access to all the people who have earned a certification. When do they need to renew? Can you trust them? Because if a person haven't renewed his certification, or she have not been aware that Microsoft actually offer an opportunity to be able to renew their already earned certification 6 months before it has end of life, we simply just make you aware that go into this insights, and you will be on top of every certification that is associated to your designation and to your organization. So it's all about confident that you can trust the numbers. When we do this review, of course, I represent a training company. I represent Readynez, and we are eager to help you about the skilling part, and we try to support you and help you to create plans if it makes sense related to for being compliant. But it could also be in a scenario where we see that you are. You have all the 6 designation, or you have those designations that you want, but you have people that need some training. So it's all about skilling and not that much about compliance. But we also do these what we call learning plans. Learning plans they're great. It could be for individual. It could be for teams. You can see here I've taken 2 screen dumps from Microsoft certification poster. And the great thing is that we actually have created our own version. And I know my colleague would add a link into the chat where you can open up and have your own access to the Readynez certification poster. The great thing with our version, it's linked to our website. So if let's say we have had this review, and we have made a plan that a few people need to do, let's say, a few exams for the security area. They need to do some Azure related training, and then we simply open up this poster and try to map activities where we go through the calendar. We try to map for individuals, say that your colleague A, he needs to do it could be AZ 900, AZ 104, AZ 305, and then we are actually able to create a specific plan for that individual. And then again, it's all mapped, so you can also see how many certification will you achieve with this activity plan, and in total, what are the impact on your designation in the end? Do you have enough certifications? Do you have? We always talk about create a buffer, because we don't want to be in a position where if a person leave your organization, or if a person missed to renew their certification, that you're not a compliant anymore because you will be under the 70 points. So we always talk about the risk management, about to create a buffer. So we at least have one more certification in all designations. So we are more be more comfortable with that. But again, back to the learning plan, we will support you, we will guide you, and we also open up that all people with, you could say, with our unlimited Microsoft training subscription, they can reach out to me or one of my colleagues and ask, does that make sense? If I do this combination, and if I combine those two areas, we will support you and guide you and help you in every scenario. I briefly mentioned our products about the unlimited Microsoft training. We have two subscriptions. We have the security one, we have the Microsoft one, but we instead of offering and selling courses, we actually think it's more easy for you to look into have a subscription. It's also cheaper. It's very, very, very attractive price level. But it's all about, in many cases, when people do training, they actually start on a journey. They create their own journey. I need to go from A to Z, or A to B, or whatever it is, but there will be some activities. And that's where the unlimited training subscription fits perfectly in. I always say our instructors is our X factors, because they're great guys. They have been into the industry for decades. They have some of them are MVP, or they are close to Microsoft. Some of them are Readynez leads, but it's all about their experience that makes a difference in the classroom. Cool. Back to where we started about the designations, because when you have a designation, you're also eligible for benefits. That could be internal user rights, but you're also eligible for, let's say, incentives. And when we speak about incentives, Microsoft has split it between 60% rebate and 40% co-op. And co-op, you can use co-op, and then we can also guide you in the Partner Center where to find your co-op funding. But co-op is actually, I call it a payment for training. You can also use co-op for different things. It could be marketing, attending a conference, Microsoft conference. But in this webinar, I'll focus on the training, because you can use your co-op for buying, let's say, the subscription-based training, but you can also use it for, let's say, if we have a scenario where you need to have a specific training for a specific area, right now it could be Copilot. That's a typical topic that we touch right now. It could also be agents in a day, or it could be whatever in a day. We can help you and do the documentation and create the POE, so you are able to claim those co-op funding in your partner center. So we have a person who create delegate reports, take screenshots. So all the documentation that is required, that will be given to you after every of those training, either if it's the unlimited, where they have joined on our public schedule, or if you have bought a specific in a day training with Microsoft as a topic. So co-op, have a focus on that. And I always say we have 2 Christmas period for a training company over the year, because it's always like right now, because if you don't spend your co-op before end of this year, it will go away. You have a timeline that you can claim it in I think it's in January or start February, but all the activity needs to be placed in 2025. And that is the reason why we highlight now, if you have co-op left and if you want to do some training, buy some training, you need to do it now, because then we can help you create some in a day activity, or we can open up our calendar and see where do we have the specific training that could be interesting for you, and then we will do the POE for every activity. So remember, the documentation POE needs to be done in 2025, and you can claim your co-op until end of January, start February. Cool. The next slide is actually, why do we do what we do? We stick to the instructor-led training because we love it, and we also think that it's the best way to train. I think there are a lot of different options to training these days. Microsoft do a lot by themselves. They offer a lot. We also have some more conventional online courses provider. But I think in the end, when you spend resources, it could be money, but especially time. I also think that we find it most attractive to, like a boot camp session, dive into the area, spend a few days, some are 5 days, but dive into the area, and we think that that's the best combination to be ready for an exam or to achieve some skills in a specific area. So that is the reason why we prefer to do the instructor-led training. And again, in those sessions, you also have access to the instructor, ask question, and it's also interesting to hear. Let's say there might be 10 people joining those courses. There might be some interesting questions from other students. So it's not only the knowledge sharing from the instructors, it's also about all the dialogue, questions from different industries, different people who have a different position in their company. So there is a lot of knowledge sharing in those courses, and we also highlight that when you need to be best prepared, we simply think that the classroom training, that experience is the best way. Of course, we send you out the pre-reading so you're best prepared, but we think it gives the best and most holistic experience. So now we're talking about flexibility. Flexibility related to our Microsoft Unlimited training. Of course, you have the flexibility that you can join a lot of different courses in a 12-month period, but we have also built in some flexibility related to how many licenses that you need. So if you're from 1 to 9, I would call it a named user, but you still have the opportunity to swap that license to a new person after 6 months. Then that person starts a new 12-month period. But if you are in a bigger organization, if you need more than 10 or above, we have built a business plan where you're able to swap license every quarter. That could be attractive because if you have, I don't know, if you have 30, 25 people who needs training over a 12-month period, you can actually swap those licenses between those 25, and then it makes sense to still use it. So we call it the business plan. And if you are above a need of 25 license, that's where the fully flexibility starts. Because if you have 25 license or more, we actually open up for that. After every course, the license actually go back into the pool. So you can say that one person are doing the MB 800 in week 42, and that license actually open up again the 2 hours later, and then you can book on next Monday in week 43. So you can have a lot of people on every license. So there are a really great flexibility related to those, both the business plan and also the enterprise plan. Yeah. And again, feel free, we can do it in this webinar, but also reach out to me and we can dive into it. What the plan does make most sense for you to look into. Yeah, cool. The next slide is actually just a recap. I want to highlight that feel free to book a review with me or with one of my colleagues, and we open up your partner center. Open up and say, I need some help. I need some people. They need to have a plan. We need to create some learning path for individuals or for teams. Reach out to us and we will support you and guide you. Remember, especially this time of the year, if you have co-op, you can use that co-op as a payment for training, and we will help and support you with all the POE and all the documentation. Of course, also want to highlight that the instructor-led training that gives the holistic experience for the individual, and we are aware that there are different offerings like Microsoft and other provider, but we still think the instructor-led is the most important to prioritize. And then speaking about start the journey, we think the unlimited, the Microsoft Unlimited training offer, the subscription, is a great place to start because you have the flexibility in all plans. We can support you if you are under 10, above 10, or even though also if you're more than 25 or you have a need for more than 25 license. Cool. Now, I really hope that we have some questions. I've not have access to the chat, so if you have any question, feel free I would love to have some dialogue around designation training in general and how to use co-op.
We have a question in the chat, Heine.
Okay. That's a good question, Rick. I think we should take that. I'll come back to you with additional information because you need to look back in the trailing 12-month period. But definitely, we need to look into your numbers more specific, so we can give you a more accurate answer on that. Yes, it's individual for each of these designations. And you can get, I can send you the benefits guide, and then you can look up and look into the different designations.
We had someone raise their hand, but I can't see that.
Yes, it was me. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Irina from Czech Republic, and I wanted to ask you if you also provide some deep dive on how to read the Partner Center reports, especially the new customer ads usage and deployment. Would that be possible?
Definitely.
So I need to book time, or how do we do this?
Yes, do that, and it's for free. And I think we can easily go through, and it will probably take 20 minutes. And
yeah, because I work with them quite often. Still, there's some questions if I really read it correctly. So I don't need too much time, but I need some time.
Cool.
So I
would like
write to you directly, or how does it work?
You can do that, and then we can book a session.
So I'll leave it here in chat. You will have my email, and we can arrange that.
Yeah, definitely.
So in the chat you have my. Oh, I didn't give, but you see my email, right?
Yeah. I will reach out to you. Yeah, cool.
Fantastic, because this is magic. Thank you.
We have another question from Rick.
I'm not sure, but again, I have a few friends that will be able to support me by answering that question. Yeah, but I think, Rick, also for you, we can book 20 minutes, and we can try to support you in all your questions. That could be great, because I think it's also important when we open up your partner center, we can see all the details.
Yes, thank you very much.
Cool. We will also share this recording, but again, you can go direct to me. You can also go and have a talk with your distributor, and we together can also have a session. Yeah. But remember, if you have co-op left now, you need to act. But if no more questions, I think we will stop the webinar right now, and we will share the recordings. And I will wish you all a great weekend.